Here's what I think. I think that I can fit, because I've done this before, and you don't need to change yours, I think I can get 25 drops of water on that penny. Just water drops. Now, I want you to make another prediction, your second prediction. What happens when we add soap to the water? That's our independent, our experimental variable. When we add soap to the water, down here below, it says, predict how many soap water drops can fit on a penny. Now, this is where teachers, they need to match up their hypothesis. So, if your hypothesis, if you said that soap will make them get bigger, then this number should be bigger. If that's hypothesis 1, so this number would be like 45 or bigger. If you think that it does nothing, and I think you should put the same number. And if you think it would be less, so you should put a smaller number here, a smaller number. So I think I'm going to go with nothing. I picked that as my hypothesis. So I don't know if soap will do anything. So I'm going to put the same number. But don't do what I said. Make your own prediction that matches your hypothesis. If you think soap will make bigger drops, put a bigger number. If you think soap is the same, put the same number. If you think adding soap to water makes the drops smaller and fall off the penny, put a smaller number. Go ahead and make your predictions. Okay, I think you've made your prediction that matches your hypothesis. And what I need to do now is we need to set up our 2 paper towels. So I'm going to do one, and it's pretty easy to set up. So here's my paper towel right here. And since we're going to do control first, I want you to go ahead and write on this one right here, control water. Control water. I'm going to use my whole paper towel. I'm going to put some X's because I'm going to do 5. We're going to do this 5 times. So I'm going to put 5 of them on here. This is my control water. Go ahead and set your paper towel up like that. Okay, we've set up our paper towel for the control drops, the ones we're going to do first with water. Now it's time, before we start, to set up our second paper towel. And this one's going to look the same, except at the top, it's going to say experimental soap water. Experimental soap water. And once again, 5 X's. Experimental and control. I'll zoom in so you can spell these words better. Okay, so we've had a chance to make our 2 paper towels ready, and I want to just go over one more time and show you what we're going to do. And so let's check out control. I'm going to put my penny right here in the middle, and I'm going to start here with my first drop, and I want to make sure that you don't have the drop, I'm not touching it. Here's my first drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to make sure that you notice Abraham Lincoln, I'm using the head side. There's 10 drops. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, I want you to count with me. I'm at 15, and I did put a little drop on the side, but that was human error. Here we go, number 16. Count it with me. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, when am I going to get to 22, 23, 24? I have to be really careful now not to bang this because I have 24 drops on here. And I predict the 25, let's see, 25, 26, 27, it hasn't spilled yet, 28. Oh, look what happened. On 28 drops, mine spilled. So here's what I need to do. I need to switch that, pull that off to the side, and here's my worksheet. And on trial number 1 of the water, I had 26, or was it 27? I think 26. And then I'm going to draw a picture of my penny, and it looked like that. Boy, that was big. That was big when I did that. So that's what you need to do. And I'll show you in this video what I'm talking about. You're going to take your penny, just like the I had right here. I took this penny, and you need to dry it. You need to dry it on your pants or leg or whatever, and you need to start over because when all the water goes off of it like that, it's time to do your second trial by drying off your penny and putting it on a new square, a new X, and starting over again. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, boys and girls, is start your water trials. Use your worksheet, write down the actual number you get, and when it spills, stop and make your drawing how big it was. Do that 5 times and add up all of your drops. A penny, my same penny that I dried off, and I'm going to zoom in on it. I've added soap to my water. Here's the soap I added. Stir it up, and since my hypothesis said that they would be the same, I should get 26 drops on this. So let's see. Let me zoom in. Here comes my 26 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 drops. At 11 drops, that's a lot less than I thought. So I need to write down 11 drops. Here I wrote down my 11 drops and draw my picture of what that looks like. Now, I just got to make sure when I do the rest of my trials so I can compare my 2 numbers. Go ahead and get started on that. I'm kind of amazed because up here on my water drops, I was pretty consistent. I got 26, 24, and I added those all up, and I ended up getting 125 drops. And that was a lot of drops before it would spill. And I thought I'd get the same amount down here, but when I did it, something weird happened. I got 11 and 12 and 10, it kept spilling, and total only got 50 drops. And an average, and the teachers later you'll learn about averages, but my average is only 10. And my average up here was 25. And so what I can know by this is that my hypothesis was not supported by my data. I thought they'd be the same, and no matter how many times I tried, I kept getting less, smaller drops with the soap. Now, I don't know if yours is like that, but I'm going to go ahead and go over my worksheet, and right here, where it says class drops, your teacher can do that. I'm going to go ahead and put my drops with water. I got 125. And with soap water, I only got 50. Wow, that was a big difference. And maybe in your class, it's different also. So I can say down here at the bottom that, state my conclusion. My data does not, I'm going to cross out does, my data does not support my hypothesis. What I found was soap makes smaller and less drops. That's what I found out. And so I did good science. It's just that my hypothesis was not supported by my evidence. And so I had to change my hypothesis. I thought adding soap would do nothing, and it did. Now, that's my investigation. Maybe yours is different. Teachers, it would be good if you collected all those from the classroom, because if you look at an email that has a suggestion on how their paragraphs can be on their science report, and boys and girls, here you can see exactly what I'm talking about on 3 paragraphs, and I'd love to see some of your reports. Science is for everyone.